You know what's wild? The social media calendar your team actually needs probably doesn't exist yet. So I built it with Coderick AI. Let me show you. I'm Phil Panlin, a brand strategist. Welcome to my channel where I help entrepreneurs and small business owners build a brand that actually gets noticed. Today I'm partnering with SiteGround on something that I have been curious about since I heard about it, Coderick AI. It's their new AI website and web app builder. You describe what you want, it builds it, and when you hit publish, it's actually live, fully hosted, fully functional, all in one place. Most small business teams managing social media are working out of spreadsheets, shared docs, or free tools that weren't actually built for what they need. Let me show you what I mean and what I built instead. First, here's a quick look at what most teams are paying right now. Most social media calendar tools run anywhere between $50 to $300 a month, depending on how many users and platforms you need. And even at that price, they rarely do what your team needs. You probably end up grabbing a pen and paper anyways for those handwritten to-do lists, or you end up paying for features that you never touch and working around the ones that are missing. The tools shape your workflow instead of the other way around. Well, Coderick AI flips that. You describe the tool you want, you can make changes, and it builds it. Even start from a template or a single prompt, which you'll see me do in a moment. Think of this as your workflow, your rules. Here's where I started. I logged into Coderick AI, which lives right inside your SiteGround account, and described what I wanted to build. As an existing SiteGround customer, you'll see Coderick AI in your account, or you can start from here, Coderick.ai, simple. Start by describing what you want to build. Here's the prompt that I'm going to use. I'm asking it to build a social media calendar app for a small business team with a monthly calendar view, a posts list, and a dashboard. Color-coded by platform, that's helpful. Each post with a caption field, scheduled date, assigned team member, and status. And importantly, I ask it to store all posts in a database so nothing gets lost between sessions. That one word, by the way, makes a real difference in what Coderick AI generates. Once I hit enter, I'm going to watch it work. The first thing it did not jump straight into building. It kind of stops and plans, which, by the way, I appreciate. Some of these tools jump way too quickly into building something that it thinks I need but don't. It separates really this from a basic code generator. Coderick AI figured out the architecture before it wrote a single line of code, and it comes up with a concept, an editorial planning wall, which is great. It describes the design direction. It maps out exactly what it needs to build the database styles, components, calendar view, post lists, dashboard. Then it starts checking them off one by one in real time. And worth mentioning, a social media calendar is just one example of what you can build here. Personal brand websites, online shops, client portals, internal dashboards. If your small business needs it, you can describe and build it. Since this is a video, I'll speed this part up so we can see the final result, which only took a few minutes. Here's what the finished app actually looks like and what it can do. Yes, here's the app Coderick AI built from a single prompt that you saw, and it named it Studio Wall. I have a fully functional app here, not a prototype, sample data already locked in, a live dashboard, a calendar, full post lists ready to use from the moment that I publish it. Now, one thing worth knowing about credits, the first full build uses more since it's creating everything from scratch, but smaller changes use significantly less. And if you use the visual edit button to make tweaks like text, colors, small layout adjustments like this header, that doesn't use any credits at all. I actually want to walk you through the build in more detail. So the dashboard, let's start there, gives your team everything at a glance. Right at the top, you can see how many posts are scheduled, how many are in drafts, how many need attention, and how many have been published. The needs attention section is awesome. It automatically surfaces anything that's overdue or flagged, so nothing quietly slips through. You can see here it's already caught a TikTok post and a YouTube recap that need to be dealt with. Now you flip over to the calendar tab. This is the monthly view. This is where the color coding is awesome. Each platform has its own color, pink for Instagram, blue for LinkedIn, teal for TikTok, red for YouTube. At a glance, you can see exactly what's going out and when, and more importantly, where the gaps are. Now, this is awesome. The post tabs gives you a full list view. Every post filterable by channel or status. You can search by caption or team member, filter down to just what's scheduled, just what's in drafts, or just what needs attention. 10 posts in this build spread across all 4 platforms, each one assigned to a team member. Priya, Maya, Sam, or Devin. Click into any post and you get the full editor, so caption field, platform selector, scheduled date, assigned team member, and status. And on the right side, a team notes panel for internal comments, that kind of back and forth that would normally live in Slack or get buried somewhere in an email chain. I mean, listen, I'm impressed. This is the very first version and build. In this, I've noticed a couple things that I want to take further. So let's talk about that. Now, I wasn't entirely happy with a few things in the first version, so I asked Coderick AI to change them. And this is the part that makes it actually practical for a small business. Yeah, when something isn't right, you don't dig through the settings or call a developer. You just describe the problem the same way you'd explain it to a colleague. So a few things that I wanted to push further. The calendar was sparse, so I asked it to populate a full month of content for August. It's thinking, and then it updates the database via seed migration. Perfect. Let's check our updated posts now in calendar view. Now that looks better. Let's click into one example. That looks great. Now, I also wanted a proper approval workflow rather than posts being manually status tagged. I'm going to speed this part up, but it takes just a few minutes. The whole status system has been rebuilt. Check it out. Clicking over to posts where this will be most visible. This expansion is exactly what I wanted. Now the rejection field with a reason is integrated. I can enter that here and it saves. This is so fun. It's so useful for me. Oh my gosh. Okay, last edit, user logins. Instead of everyone sharing one view, I wanted each team member to have their own account. Let's skip ahead. Coderick AI built a full login screen, set up the accounts, and wired everything to the database. I also want to mention version control is built in, so every iteration is saved. If a change doesn't land the way you'd expect, you can just roll it back instantly. I'm not going to because I love the latest version of my app, but I could. There's no risk in experimenting. Most software locks you into what it was built to do, but this one adjusts to what you actually need as many times as you need it. Now, one last thing on prompting for small visual changes, a short description works great, like this. And then I would say for anything structural, so like a new feature, a different layout, a new workflow, try to give it more context. Get specific when you tell it what you want, why you want it, roughly what it should look like. The more specific you are, the better the first output. Getting the app live, that's the easiest part. Let me show you. When you're ready, you hit publish, or in my case with this app, update since it's already published. That is the whole process. From that point, Coderick AI handles everything: security, performance, uptime, all managed on SiteGround's infrastructure, which is the best in the business. And by the way, I'm so proud of how this app turned out. SiteGround is the same platform that's been running websites for over 20 years. This is what your app sits on the moment it goes live. You don't configure anything. You don't set up hosting separately. That is always a pain, and it gets so complex quickly. It's just done. Coderick AI is the real deal. I'm telling you. There's a 14-day free trial, by the way. My link is in the description below. So that is Coderick AI for small business owners who have been paying for tools that almost fit or putting off building the thing that you really need because it felt too technical. This is well worth your time. My link is in the description. Let me know in the comments, what are you going to build first? I read each and every one of those and I will reply. If this is useful, hit like. It helps more people discover these videos, which we work hard to create for you, and subscribe for more on branding AI tools and growing your business. I'm Phil Pallen. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.